What's up, guys? Brand new Yu-Gi-Oh cards, but yes, Salamangreats are getting a synchro. There's new Salamangreat support coming out in DP 28, so let's go ahead and hop right into it with the first card. So, starting off, it's called 7th Force. This is a brand new quick play spell card that says during the battle phase, if a monster or monsters is destroyed by battle or a card effect, you can target one number exceeds monster in your graveyard, special summon from your deck or your extra deck one number C monster with the same type as that monster but one rank higher, and if you do, attach that monster in your graveyard to the summon monster as material. Then if the summon monster has number C101 through C107 in its name, you get to add one card from your deck to your hand, either a Baryon spell trap, a rank up magic quick play spell, or a 7th spell / trap, except for 7th Force. Okay, so kind of interesting stuff that this is also in the same exact stuff as the new Salamangreat. I don't know if they're going to make Salamangreat a rank up exceed deck, but they've already got a synchro, which I did not expect. Alright, so let's start off with one of the brand new cards for them, which is called the Salamangreat Weasel. So it's a Fire Cyber's tuner effect, so they got a tuner now. So it's level 3, 700 attack, 1400 defense points, and it says you can only use the first and second effect of this card's name each once per turn. So the first part is, if you have 2 or more Salamangreat monsters in your graveyard, you get to special summon this card from your hand. Pretty decent. The second part is, if a Salamangreat Ritual Fusion Synchro exceeds and or Link monster is special summoned to your field while this card is in your graveyard, you can target one other Salamangreat monster in your graveyard, place this card at the bottom of the deck, and if you do, special summon that monster to your opponent's field, then draw one card. Giving your opponent well, that's a very interesting effect, but it may make sense later why you give your opponent a card. Next up, we have Salamangreat Tiger. So it is a Fire Cyber's tuner effect, level 5, 2000 attack, 500 defense points, and its effect says you can only use the first effect of this card's name once per turn. The first part of the effect is you can discard one other Salamangreat card to special summon this card from hand. Fantastic. Second part is, if this card you control would be used as synchro material for a fire monster, you can treat it as a non-tuner. Oh, that's pretty good. It does have to be a Salamangreat card. I don't know if you can splash it in other decks. If it was just discard to special summon it, and then you can treat it as a non-tuner as well, that'd be pretty good. And then once per turn, you can increase or decrease this card's level by 1. So you can go for a lot more things. So the other one was a level 3, so that is a level 8. But you could go level 7 or 9. So I think this is a pretty good card so far. Next up, though, they got a brand new Link monster. Oh, it's another boss. It is a Link 4 called the Salamangreat Raging Phoenix. It is a Fire Cyber's Link 4, 2000 attack. The Link zones are on the top, and then bottom left, bottom, and bottom right. And it requires 2 fire effect monsters to summon it, and it says you can only use the first and second effect of this card's name each once per turn. The first part of the effect is, if this card is Link summoned using a Salamangreat Raging Phoenix as material, you get to add one Salamangreat card from your deck to your hand. That's a pretty good effect. Second part is, if a face-up fire monster you control is destroyed by battle or card effect while this card is in your graveyard, you get to target one of them and special summon this card. If you do, it gains attack equal to that monster's. Okay. I mean, just being able to get something else back can be kind of nice. I think the effect of just being able to search out whatever is probably what it's going to be mainly used for. All right, here's the new boss Salamangreat Synchro monster. So it's called Salamangreat Burst Griffin. It is a level 8 Fire Cyber's Synchro effect monster, 2800 attack and 2000 defense points. And it says, so some materials, it's 1 tuner and 1 non-tuner monster. So it is technically a generic card. It says you can only use the first and second effect of this card's name each once per turn. The first part of the effect is you can target one level 7 or lower fire monster in your graveyard, and you cannot special summon monsters for the rest of the turn except for fire monsters. Also special summon that monster, and if you do, reduce this card's level by that monster's original level. Second part is, if this card is synchro summon using Salamangreat Burst Griffin as material, you can activate this effect. During the next time I face, special summon one monster from your graveyard. I mean, that it goes for anything as long as you're using this, so it is kind of limited to it. But that big downside of going for just fire monsters, someone may be able to throw this in another deck. Thinking like anything that can use like Rekindling, maybe even Flamvels. There is maybe some more potential with this than just Salamangreat, which is always good to see. Next up, though, they got some more support. We have Salamangreat Charge, which is a quick play that says you can only activate one card with this card's name per turn. You get to activate one of these effects. Target 3 of your fire monsters that are banished and or in your graveyard. Shuffle them, 2 of them into the deck, and if you do, special summon the third, but its effects are negated and it cannot attack. Okay, still a pretty decent effect at the end of the day for maybe continuing combos. And then the second part says if you control a Fire Ritual, Fusion Synchro Exceeds, or a Link monster whose current attack is different from its original attack, you get to target one card and field and destroy. I mean, just being able to pop one card is still not bad. It's another disruption at the end of the day, because before Salamangreat was always like make Dweller, maybe have a couple like mediocre cards, and then they would have Rage and Roar and pass. That was basically it. They had an negate, a pop, and then now maybe with Charge they can have another disruption at their disposal. And next up we have the Salamangreat Revive. So it says you can only use one of the first and second effects of this card's name each once per turn. The first part is to target one fire monster in your graveyard and special summon it. The second part is you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one Salamangreat monster you control and one monster with the same name in your graveyard. Shuffle the second target into the deck, and if you do, the first target gains attack equal to its own original attack until the end of this turn. So a little bit of a boost, but I think that most likely people would prefer to go for Charge as long as they have the condition met to actually be able to pop versus the other effect. But let me know, guys, what you think of the brand new Salamangreat. Is it going to be a very meta top tier deck with this newer support? At least at first glance, I would say maybe some combos with this can extend and make another monster, because then you could just go for another combo. It does limit you what you can go for because it has to be fire. So like you can't make other cards that would normally disrupt your opponent. Again, Dweller's a very, very popular card that they used to always end on for the most part, but it doesn't add like that much newer disruptions. Being able to search out the other card with a link, sure, that's good. So you have like maybe one more disruption at the day, maybe one more disruption and another stronger monster. Then you're looking at like 4 disruptions / negates. And I think it could be okay, but not what I would consider top tier. But you guys can let me know your thoughts. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed the video, drop a like on it. If you're new here and you want to see more new Yu-Gi-Oh cards, maybe they'll announce more cards in DP28 for Salamangreat. But let me know your thoughts down below, and I'll see you in the next video.